Coming on here as cute as ever. I just never been this cute. Remember, we're going to use the Alamar palette today. We're going to use this one. I'm not changing my mind, but I am going to use a white base because I want this purple to really come through. So I'm using my Gerard Clean Canvas in the shade white. Okay, so this matte just went down like complete butter. I'm going to grab this shade right here. And I'm just going to go ahead. Remember, the creasing is completely normal because we have not set anything. And I'm not even going to worry about this because that's not where we're setting at the moment. I'm just going to press this shade right through here. Just going to take my time, go back and forth. Just really work it into the eyeshadow base. So now, just to ensure we're getting the smoothest blend and the smoothest transition, I'm just going to grab this shadow brush. This was from the Mario Sephora collection, but you can see it's just an average shadow brush. And I'm going to go into a cream shadow, just cream bone, anything a little bit lighter than your skin tone. And I'm just going to tap it here on the highest point of my brow. And from here, I'm going to go this way and then just kind of transition and just press over it. That'll create another transition out of this first color that we laid down. So now we're going to grab this shade here, and I'm going to go ahead and press this into the deepest part of my crease. Just kind of take your time and press it in there. Notice that I'm holding my brush very far back. That's actually going to give us a little more control. So as we're pressing, we can kind of just twirl back and forth. I'm still not pulling, but it's okay if you do go back and forth just a little bit because it's set through here. So we're going to grab our clean canvas again. We're going to do something a little bit different today. So it's going to look like I'm going to take this all the way over here, but I'm actually not. So we're going to cover that white in a second. I'm not going to fill this in. I'm going to fill it into about right there. Remember guys, if I don't mention a brush, it's because it's a prototype. And a prototype is something that's not in production. It means something that we're testing out. So now we're going to grab this shade. I believe it's Eres Uncho. Am I saying it right? You guys always help me with my Spanish. So we're going to go into here. And then I've already pressed it in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it on the top part, flip it around, and we'll just kind of go through here with it. So we'll bring it all the way out this way. So what we're going to do now is I actually just want to soften this line just a touch. So I'm just going to feather this shimmer just a little bit above. I just haven't been into the really sharp cut creases lately, so I'm just going to feather it just a touch. So now we're going to grab this shade. Is that just like, wow? That's cute. You guys can always let me know. You guys are the ones that are my Spanish tutors. So now I'm just going to take this through here and just kind of feather it over this way. We are using this palette. We're just using it. We're using all the color. Okay, so now we're going to grab this shade again. I have a really fun liner. I'm afraid to use it because I know that it was hard to get and you guys are going to be so mad that I have it, but I want to use it. So I'm taking that shade and then we'll just fill in the gaps here, kind of tap it here and tap it underneath that shade. We're going to clean it up in just a minute, but for right now, let's just tap it in through here. This is fun. Okay, don't get mad at me. I'm going to use this. I think this will be so pretty with it. It's this gorgeous purple. Who put the cat hair in it? Judah! So I'm going to grab this Maven Beauty. This is an eyeliner brush. Packages. And we're going to go into the eyeliner. Well, this is really like a cream pot, so you can use it for eyeshadow and multiple use. So we'll just kind of start here. Just do a classic wing. And then with whatever's left, I'll just kind of perfect and fill this in. And just to make sure that the front and the wing are really defined, I'm actually going to grab a black liner. But all I'm doing is just going right underneath here, and that's just going to really ensure that it's nice and sharp. Again, it's kind of like taking black to fill in certain tones. Now through here, we're not going to touch, but we're just going to add a little extra through here just to make sure it's nice and defined. I'm going to go make myself a cup of hot tea. It's tea time. But in the meantime, should I do, what the heck is that? Should I do rhinestones? Yes, no. It's up to you. While my tea is going, look, we're doing like a weird stand-up tutorial. I'm going to use this velour liner and lash set. This looks fun. So this is the liner. I'm actually going to use it, but I'm actually going to use this one because it's already used, and I'm going to put this one away. And by the way, I'm getting DMs. You guys are wanting the festivities on my eyeballs. Y'all are wanting a holiday wonderland. I kind of want to do purple ones too. While my tea is boiling, Judah's going to give y'all a tutorial on how to groom your leg properly. Nom, 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 nom. Got my Christmas train cup here. I love my Christmas train cup. It's cold here. Cold isn't like 55, but it did get down to 33 last night. All right, we're grabbing the velour glue. Remember, the other one is a mini and it comes in the set, but I already have this one open. So what we're gonna do is I'm only gonna glue it to about right here. And then I'll kind of just push it right here. Let me zoom you guys in. So you can see that I'm not going this way. I'm going kind of straight across here. So now the glue dries very fast. So we can already just go right in, and then I'm gonna find where I put that glue. You're gonna see minor separation between these two for a second, and that's okay. I'm just going to make sure to kind of pull it there. And instead of dragging that lash down this way, which is just going to drag my eye down, I glued it a little bit higher. So it's going to add that nice lift to the eye. So I think we're going to use this primer. This is the Stila One Step. Somewhere in the chaos is my Anissa brush. We're going to do a Anissa All Over Care brush. And this one kind of color corrects, even skin tone, fills pores. It's a one-stop shop. I do like it. And you guys only haven't seen me use it because I lost it. I recently found it. Here's the primer dried. Look how good that looks. It just corrected any redness, really evened out underneath my eyes. It's a really good primer. It's really good. It never feels sticky. It dries down really nice too. A+. So I want to do some highlights, but I'm going to do it underneath my foundation so it just kind of peeks through. This is the Danessa Myricks Illuminating Veil in the shade Paradise. It's absolutely magical. So all we're going to need is that much. I'm going to grab that same brush. It's just the primer on there. Don't be alarmed. And we'll just apply this to the high points of our cheekbone. And while it looks maniacal, oh no, it doesn't actually. It looks absolutely stunning. But it's just going to peek through underneath our foundation. We'll have a little bit of a purple highlight because why not? It's Tuesday. You need a purple highlight. I'm also just going to leave this on my hand because it's just so pretty to look at. This is my hand now. So here it is covered. See, it's just peeking through just beautifully. No texture. I love it. I'm using my Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation today. And of course, my Anissa Pinnacle Foundation brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to start on my jawline. From here, I'm going to take it through here. I'm kind of using the side of the brush, so I'm not using it like this. I'm using it like this to kind of deposit that foundation but not go directly over our highlight yet. Now once we have most of this product off of the brush and pressed into the skin, we can just go over it and it'll just melt into the highlight. It will not cover it. It's still going to be there, but it's going to make sure that it's melted into our skin. So I just dotted a little bit of the Kylie concealer in the shade Himalaya. This one's my favorite for color correcting. Now we only use a dot. It was recording and then it kind of gave me a glitch. This is how much I used on both sides. I'll actually take this little bit here and just do a little bit on my lip as well. Just a touch of color correcting. And then I actually purchased a new color. I wanted to go a little bit lighter. I feel that I am in full winter mode. So I got the shade Stone. So we'll just apply it there. Normally I wear gypsum in the summer, but I want to grab this one. Perfect. I love my Kylie concealer. That's it. So then I picked up another thing. I actually got this during the Black Friday sale on Ulta. I think I paid $10. I feel like that's what it was. But I got something else I want to show y'all, but we got to get to it. I think I'm onto something. I might not be onto something, but stay tuned. So we're going to do the Kylie Soft Pink Powder today. And my little puff here. It's washing day. Oh, by the way, I wash this every 3 days. And I wash it just like a makeup sponge. It's super, super simple. So I'll just press this in. Really take your time and get in all of those crevices. Oh, and by the way, I am just going to go ahead and set everything because we're going to be using powder bronzer and powder blush also from Alamar today. So I'm grabbing the medium contour palette here from Alamar. I'm just going to mix these two. And I'm using my Anissa Buffing Bronzer. I'm still going to tap it where I want it. But I love how this brush fits in here so nicely. It just kind of goes boop, exactly where you want it to. And I also want you to notice that I'm not going to bring this bronzer down too far. I don't want to bring it over this way. That goes into shaping territory, and that's going to be a little more difficult. So if we just stay right through here, we're going to have that nice definition and warmth. But we're not going to drag it down too low. Another reason I love the Anissa Beauty Buffing Bronzer Brush, say that 3 times, is I feel like it just fits through here really nicely. Even though it feels large, it just fits here so perfect. So I don't really contour my nose, but I do like to bronze it. And this has cut my bronzing in half. Look, I'm done. I'm telling you, if you don't have it, this is the party you want to go to. Okay, so here's the little thing I found. So I bought this blush. This is from Kylie, and the shade is Pink Power. Well, look at that. What does that look like? That looks just like the translucent powder. Let's see if it brightens underneath here. I'm not mad at this. Oh, I think I'm onto something. Okay, everybody go get this right now. Just for some added brightening underneath your eyes. Everybody go get it. So now we're going to grab the Alamar blush palette. This is the one in medium tan. And I'm actually just going to do this shade right here. But I'm going to do it very lightly. So I'm just going to go through here. And it's really going to just pull those same undertones as our eyeshadow. So you can kind of see it's very similar to what is in here. I decided to film a reel, but I'm going to finish this eye and do that in a minute. So instead of doing your normal rhinestones, I still need to curl that. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Don't. I can't help myself. So instead, I don't even want to put anything underneath here. I don't want any kind of shadow, nothing. So I'm going to leave it completely bare. So I'm going to start by putting some House of Lashes Lash Glue right through here. Perfect. I'm going to keep this out because we're going to come back to it. Grab. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of just going to fill up my lash line here. This is from Get Stoned, and so are the rhinestones. Get yourself some rhinestones from them. So we're just going to keep on. I'm going to throw these on, get all wild, you know. Just wanted to show you all progress. I'm just going to take these all the way across to about right there. Ooh, she's shining! I got the whole Grinch going on over here. This is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Crybaby. Really pretty pastel. Also, that's fun. I'm also not even going to do mascara. So I want to do like a chocolatey red. I think this is going to be super cool with these tones. Remember, I'm going to finish this one on Reels, so don't you be like, I know y'all too well. This is the Maybelline Stay Matte Ink. It's in the shade Espresso. Oh yeah. That's the ticket. Alright guys, we're all done. This is gorgeous. Now it is going to dry completely matte and they do not move. Also, I did not use a lip liner and I just applied this with the applicator. It's so good. It's one of the best formulas. So, so good. Alright, I'm going to finish up on Reels. I love you guys so much. It feels so good to be back. You have no idea. It just feels so good to sit here and create and hang out with all of you. I love you guys. I'll post all the details in just a little while. See you tomorrow.